Good morning, everybody. I made this quick video so that you can have a better understanding of how to find what we did in class the day that you were absent. Also, a quick walkthrough of how to use Canvas, because I've heard from several of you that you're not really sure how to find your assignments through Canvas. So by the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of just Canvas in general, better understand the absent and the late work policy, and know how to access the daily agenda so that you know what we did in class that day. So here we are in the student view. This pink bar down here tells you student view, and it's world history, just because I thought that'd be easier for us. Now there's two things that are going to be the same no matter what or who your teacher is. This, of course, is going to change depending on what your teacher wants their Canvas page to look like. But over here, we have a to-do list. And on the left-hand side, we have assignments. So I think for easiness of you to use, ease of use, probably the to-do list would be your first choice. You don't have to click on anything, it's right here. And I know it can be a little cluttered, and that's where this X button comes in handy. So it goes from oldest to newest. So on October 21st, I sent out an announcement, that's what that megaphone is for, to check the daily agenda. On due October 29th at 8 a.m. is an assignment called Analyzing Islamic Culture. Then we have another announcement, another assignment due October 29th at 9 p.m. Another announcement, Rocket Ship is a test. So October 30th, due October 30th at 1 p.m. is the Islamic Civilizations test. And then there's another assignment due November 3rd at 3:10 p.m. Now let's say you've done this, or you don't need this announcement to check the daily agenda, just click that X and it'll clear it up for you. So that announcement we probably don't need. If you're absolutely sure you did this, Analyzing Islamic Culture, you can check PowerSchool to see if you have a grade for that. Remember, the only reason you'll have a 0 for me is if you did not turn in an assignment. So you can click that X. The second way, this least friendly, I think, is clicking on assignments here. Now you have two options. You have past assignments and you have upcoming assignments. So you can scroll through your past assignments. You can see world history has had quite a few assignments, and it goes from oldest to newest assigned. So due October 30th at 1 was the Chapter 7 Islamic Civilizations test. And these are upcoming assignments. Notice this says not available until November 2nd, and then it's due at November 3rd. So that's another way you can check. You can go through here and say, well, have I done this? Do I remember doing the digital notebook for Islam? So let's go back home. Now, when you are absent and you come and you say to me, Profe, I wasn't here, what did we miss? And I tell you to check the daily agenda, this is what I'm talking about, is you would click here, daily agenda. Now, the thing is, I don't know when you missed. I've had students miss 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They could miss the last week of October into the first week of November. So what I've done for you guys is just to list each month, and you go into the month where you were absent. So let's look at October. Now again, you have to know which day you were absent. Let's look at this past week, October 26th through the 30th. Let's look at my Spanish 3 students. So you know you missed October, or you know you were absent this week, you missed Monday. Well, okay, Monday was fall break. Let's say you missed Tuesday. You can come here and it shows Tuesday there was no Zoom. We watched an episode of La Llorona. Wednesday, we started chapter 1 in our book. Thursday, I personally was not in class there or that day, so I assigned a garbanzo. Friday, we watched Coco. You can see right here that I signed something on Thursday. And then again, you would check Canvas for the due date. A little easier to show in world history since that's where I'm in the student view. So Tuesday, again, no Zoom on Tuesday, and I have complete assignment. Check modules for the links and the due date. Wednesday, rest of class to finish. Thursday, we reviewed for the test, and Friday was the test. So you could 7, Analyze Islamic Culture. We're going to go back to our student view. And I clicked the X on that, but you can see 7, Islamic Civilizations test is coming up. And then again, you can go to announcements. Like, well, I don't think I did that. That's going to be in the past here. Analyzing Islamic Culture is right here. Coming back to Spanish 3, this is on all of these here, but another thing you can use this for, the daily agenda, are the bell ringers. So every 4 weeks we have a culture quiz. You're supposed to take notes in class, but you may miss a day. You might have been absent that day, or you want to make sure that what you wrote down was what was on the board. So you can come here, bell ringers, and that will open up the culture slides for you. And you can't use this on the test, but it does make a good study guide. To wrap up how to use Canvas to find your assignments when you are absent, again, the easiest is to click this to-do list, I think, and then just clean it up, right? You've already done this, just click the X. The least friendly, I believe, is the assignments, but that is also an option for you if that's what you prefer, upcoming assignments or past. This means the due date has passed. And then, of course, when you're absent and I tell you to check the daily agenda, again, it's right here. So you click that, find the month you were absent. Let's say Spanish 4. And then you can just see, oh, I was absent this week. I missed Tuesday. We had all class to work on project, right? Nothing was assigned. And that is it for that portion. I'm going to stop here and see if I can answer any questions for you and then move on to part 2. Okay, part 2. So let's say you were absent on Monday and you want to know now, when is it due? You've checked the daily agenda, you've checked that to-do link, you know you have an assignment due, but when exactly is it due? So where my students and I seem to struggle is, when is the due date? If you were absent, when is the due date? If you were absent on, let's say, Monday, and I assigned work, and you were in class on Tuesday, that work for you is due Wednesday. Okay, you were absent Monday, but in class on Tuesday, then that work for you is due Wednesday. Let's say on Friday, I'm checking the grades and I say, hey, Johnny, I don't have that assignment that I gave everybody on Monday. And Johnny says, oh, I was absent. I need a couple more days to do it. Johnny does not get a couple more days to do it. He gets 1 day. Johnny gets 1 day for every day he's absent. So he's absent Monday, but he's back on Tuesday. Then the assignment for him is due Wednesday. And again, as you check your grades, the only way you'll have a 0 is if you did not do the assignment. We are going to look at the board for my late work policy. It's also in the syllabus that was given to you at the start of the year. I want you to be aware of what it means when you sign in as a virtual learner. If you sign in, so let's say Johnny is absent on Monday for whatever reason, but he signs that virtual learner attendance link in my Canvas page. Right? So he's absent, but he clicks here to be a virtual learner so that he's not counted as absent. That means that the assignment I gave on Monday is due for Johnny on Tuesday. He said he was here. He signed in. So I just want you to be aware of that. And then also, of course, the Amnesty Pass. Things happen. We just forget. We have to work late for whatever. We have things that happen. And you may not turn in an assignment that you knew was due or you forgot about it. So let's look at the Amnesty Pass. Now the Amnesty Pass is more or less under construction right now until I get it to, till it's perfect. So currently, if you click on Amnesty Pass, here's what happens. It's an essay, but I mean, you just need to write something. So you can use this pass for these following options. You can use it 1 time per quarter. It needs to be before the quarterly, so make sure you check the due date. I believe right now it's December 11th. So if you submit that December 12th, it does not count anymore. Okay, so 1 is redoing a multiple choice quiz, but you understand your second grade is final because you are literally telling me, hey, something happened, I just spaced. I 100% know if I take that quiz again, I will get a better grade. I can grade a late assignment as if it was not late. I can exempt you from an assignment, or if you don't use this at all, you can turn it in, again, by December 11th for 2 points extra credit, or at any time, right? You can turn it in at any time for 2 points extra credit on a test or an assignment. So what you would want to do is say, let's say exempt you. Number 3, exempt me from, a lot of my Spanish 2 students just did this for an assignment. So the Twitter homework. And then you would hit submit down here. And it'll take me a couple days to get to it. And you might want to remind me if it's been more than 4 or 5. But there you go. Hopefully that has cleared a few things up for you. And now you have a better understanding of how to use Canvas to find any work that was given on the day that you are absent. And you should also have a better understanding of what it means to be absent in terms of when your work is due. And then I will stop here and answer any questions you guys might have. Adios.